Okay guys, we're going to start today by naming compounds. And so you see here on the screen, I'm actually in OneNote. I have a list of formulas and we are going to write the name. So we have to break this down into the components. So we have Na, and Na has no other oxidation states. It can only be +1, and that is for sodium. And then Cl is chlorine, but since it is the second compound, or the second substance, we change that INE to IDE because that tells us that it's negative. And so we end up with the name of sodium chloride. My handwriting's not very good this morning. So, simple enough. Let's try the next one. Again, Na is going to be sodium, and O is oxygen. We're going to change this ending to IDE, and we get sodium oxide. Unfortunately, this is the one time when spelling will actually count against you. It's the only time that I do not allow spelling errors. So in the case of FeS, iron can have more than one oxidation state, and so we have to figure out the charge on that. And we know that the charge on fluorine is iron is what we want to figure out. We know the charge, we have one atom of iron and one atom of sulfur, and we would multiply the number of atoms by the charge on the atoms, and then those have to add up to 0. Sulfide is in the second row, and it's almost always -2, and it is in this case, and this has to add up to 0. So we get x minus 2 equals 0. So x must equal +2, and so the charge on iron is +2, so we would name this iron Roman numeral 2, and then sulfide, because again we have to change the ending to IDE. The next one's a little easier. We have aluminum, it's always +3, and phosphorus, and so we're just going to name the first element AluMinum, and then phosphide. The next one, simple enough, we just name the two. In fact, I think you can complete the rest of these because there's none of the rest that need any charges. So I'm going to leave the rest of these for you to work out in your notes, and you can ask me about them in class if you have any trouble with them. So please let me know. Otherwise, I think this completes our first video. I will do the second one where we actually take names and make formulas. So we're going to have separate videos for taking names and making formulas, and then one from taking formulas and making names. So make sure you watch the next one. Thanks.